All right, well, aloha, everybody, or as the song is appropriate for, shalom, everybody. I hope everybody is good. Welcome, welcome to another Friday. We made it through the week. It's time for another session of Tiki Dave's Ukuleleville Play-Along number, what does it say on the sign? 30. We've gone through 30 of these bad boys. My goodness, where does the time go? For those of you interested in what was being played before we went on the air here, that's a band called Meshuggah Beach Party. It's a friend of mine named Mel Waldorf from California, and that's marrying together surf music and traditional Jewish folk songs and things like that. I love when you superimpose things like that together. So it's a great band. They don't really tour anymore, but you can find some videos of them online. So I hope everybody is well. I'm very excited to be another Friday here in Ukuleleville. We've got some great music for you, and I want to welcome everybody, our experienced folks, our veterans, and our new people as well. If you are new to this, let me just introduce myself. My name is Dave. Everybody calls me Tiki Dave. Please feel free to do the same. And I'm going to be your shepherd on this hour and a half of ukulele goodness. We're going to have a little bit of fun today, and I'm glad you joined me if this is your first time. If this is your first time, feel free to introduce yourself in the comments. We've got a very active chat and comments section, so feel free to make yourself known. Tell everybody where you're from and introduce yourselves. We're a very friendly bunch. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on for my folks who've been here a couple of times. You know what's happening. So let me just explain. Well, first of all, let me just make sure that everybody can hear me. I'm sort of talking into the ether. I know you can hear the music, but if you can hear my voice nice and clear, down the bottom, give me some, hit the button. Give me some thumbs up or some hearts, everybody. Let me see that you can hear me. I want to make sure I'm just not talking to myself, and it looks like a silent movie here. So just give me some thumbs up here. Just hit the button. I'm going to check out my monitor. Good, yeah. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate that. So I know that from my veteran folks, you've been here many times. You know exactly what we're doing, but if you're new, let me just give you a quick rundown of what we're going to be doing today. We've got 9 songs to play along and have a little bit of fun. This isn't really a lesson. I'm not really teaching. If I feel that I can pass something on to you that might help you out, I might do that a little bit, but mostly we're just here to play and strum. As it says at the top, strumming and funnin'. That's what we're all about here on the Friday. Tomorrow on our Zoom, we do a little bit more teaching there, but today's just kind of for playing. So if you look in the box, the descriptive box, we have a link to a Dropbox folder. That is where all of our sheet music is downloadable. We have it in both regular ukulele tuning and also baritone. So feel free to download it. Many of you I know get there and download it beforehand, and you have it either all printed out or in your booklets or on your tablets. So feel free. But I will be also putting the music up. So let me just show you a little bit about that. It's not going to be huge depending on what you're watching this from, but it helps a little bit to have the music out. Now, if you're new to this, let me just explain a little bit about the music, because that's kind of important. Everything I do is pretty much based on the lyrics. So I have the lyrics printed on the main part of the song. I have the chords, the chord diagrams that are right next to it. Just so you know, I give you the basic open position chords, nothing too fancy. For my folks who know all the different inversions and all the different positions, feel free to use whatever you'd like, whatever strums you'd like. Also, if you look down, and if this is your first time, like for instance in our first song, Sloop John B, if you look in the intro, it says F, which is an F chord, and in the parentheses it says 8. If you see a number in parentheses, that's how many beats we're going to be playing that particular chord for until we move on to the next one, because I know for a lot of people you may not know the song, or some of you may not know the songs we do. So if I put the numbers in, I think you should be okay. I'll usually put them in the intros, outros, things like that, but I'll give you some guidance as we go through all of the songs. You'll also notice that a lot of the time, if I write out a chorus or a bridge and we have to repeat it, I won't write it out again. I do this because I like to keep page turns to one page, or page turns to a minimum, which means I like everything to be one page whenever possible. Sometimes I can't help it, but for most of the time it's one page. So keep an eye out for if it says chorus and then later in the song it says repeat chorus, you're going to go back up and do it, or repeat intro or something like that. So just keep an eye. Also, we do all of our songs twice here. This has been a long-standing tradition here in Ukuleleville. We do it the first time a little slower than normal, gives everybody a chance to get the song in their hands if they're not familiar with it, find out how it goes, and also the second time we'll speed it up just a little bit, and that way you get a couple of bites at the apple and all that good stuff. So, that being said, let me see what else. Oh, and if you're new to this, you're going to find out that we use backing tracks. It's kind of a fun little thing that I do. I don't think there are many folks who do them, but I make backing tracks for all of our songs here, and it just makes it kind of fun to play along with the band. It gives some structure and things like that. So, that being said, I think we should just jump right in, everybody. As I said, we're going to do everything twice except for our final farewell song, but I don't want to wish the session away. We've got a long way to go, and we'll talk about that. I try to position myself where you can see my hands whenever possible, but sometimes I'll slip around, so don't worry about it. If you can't, just let me know, Dave, move a little bit, and I'll do the best I can. Excuse me. And I think we should just get right into it. So our first song is Sloop John B. Nice, simple song. I don't think we have to really dive into any explanations here for the chords. Down at the bottom, you're going to see that infamous B flat, which some of you just really love to death. And then we have a B flat minor. If you would like, you don't necessarily have to give me the B flat minor. You can just give me a bar chord there on the first fret like that. And B minor 7, that'll work just as well. So that being said, enough of my yammering and plathering, everybody. Let me just cue up the track here. Don't play quite yet. And we're just going to get a nice relaxed tempo here. So don't play quite yet. And give me some thumbs up and some hearts if you can hear that track right there, everybody. A little bit of drum and kind of bass. Give me some thumbs up and let me know you can hear that. And while I'm slowing it down just a little bit. And it's usually about 12 seconds in between when I ask a question and when I get some answers. So I'm just going to check out. There we go. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. So for you new folks, dive right in, have some fun, do whatever strums you'd like, experiment with the chords, make mistakes, sing along, sing loud, sing proud. Nobody can hear you, not on this one at least. Tomorrow when we do Zoom, we can hear you, see you and all that good stuff. So, Cheryl, aloha. Nice to see ya. Nice to see ya, my friends from Free Range. I wasn't there this week. My apologies. All right, everybody. So I'll count you in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll be off and running. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We come on the sloop John B, my grandfather and me. Around Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night, got into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Here's the chorus, everybody. Hoist it up. Here we go. Hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore and let me go home. Let me go home. Oh, I wanna go home. Oh, oh. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. The first mate, he got drunk, broke in the captain's trunk. The constable came and had to take him away. Sheriff John Stone, why don't you leave me alone? Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Poor cook, everybody. Poor cook, he got the fits, threw away all my grits. Then he took and he ate up all of my corn. Let me go home. Yes, I wanna go home. Oh no. And this is the worst trip I've ever been on. Here we go, chorus, here we go. Hoist up the John B. sail, see how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore and let me go home. Let me go home. Da-da-da, da-da-da, yes, I wanna go home. Now we're gonna tag it here. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Couple more. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. And cut. Just watch me for the cut on the end there. Great job, guys. All right. Always time for some Beach Boys from the genius of Mr. Brian Wilson. Of course, he didn't write that. That's a traditional old folk song, but I'm just going to take this up a couple of ticks, everybody, not too much faster. And hope that went well for you, especially for my newcomers. See, that's how we do it. We just strum and fun, everybody. And there you go. Now, you can use a couple of different strums on this one for those of you just kind of starting out. If you just want to give me all downstrokes, that would work. If you want to go all eighth notes, you can do it, but a lot of people probably would use, some people call it the island strum, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. It's up to you. I'm not really a hard case, as they like to say about strums. I always feel you can use whatever you feel is proper. So have some fun and do some experimenting with it. And we're going to do it again, everybody. So, and you know what? This is a song I always thought Jimmy Buffett should have done. He should have put this on an album. I think I'm going to call up Jimmy and tell him that. You know, Jimmy and I are like that. Here we go. From the top, everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on the slip, John B. My grandfather and me. Around this our town we did roam, drinking all night, got into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Here's the chorus now, everybody. So hoist up the John B. sails, see how the mainsail sets. Call for the captain ashore and let me go home. Let me go home. And I wanna go home. Oh no. Well, I feel so broke up, I want to go home. First mate, he got drunk, broke in the captain's trunk, and the constable came and had to take him away. on the stone. Why don't you leave me alone? Oh no. Well, I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Poor cook. And the poor cook, he caught the fits, threw away all the grits. Then he took and he ate upon my corn. Let me go home. Yes, I wanna go home. Oh no. And this is the worst trip I've ever been on. Chorus, everybody sing along. Here we go. So hoist up John B. sails, see how the mainsail sits. Call for the cabin ashore and let me go home. Let me go home. Yes, I wanna go home. Oh yes. When I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. Two more. And I feel so broke up, I wanna go home. I feel so broke up, I want to go home. Watch me for the cutoff, everybody. And that's how we do it. First song of the day here in Ukuleleville. Some Sloop John B. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. Elliot, you're late, he says. Sorry I'm late. Still getting used to the time change. Yeah, me too. Well, we don't change our time here, but I know it's a little early for some people. But maybe that's why we don't have as many people. Normally we've got about 145, 150. A little low today, so maybe, I don't know. And we'll see. See what happens. I'm sure we'll get a lot of people coming in a little bit later. So let's go to our second song, everybody. Let me change over the music here. And we're going to do an old Sam Cooke song. And if you want to hear a great version of this, there's one from Simon and Garfunkel and James Taylor. I have a fantastic cover of this one. So I really enjoyed doing this one. And this is a nice, simple one. This demonstrates a nice chord progression. And we're doing a lot of key of C, I realized today. A lot of key of C. In the key of C, you're going to run into this progression a lot. This C, A minor, F, G. Some people call it the doo-wop chord. I don't really call it that. I call it the 1-6-4-5, which is the correct term. But some people call it the doo-wop change. And you go to the bridge and it gets a little different. But that being said, always nice to get that in your ears, the sound of that. Sounds nice and familiar. About 8,000 songs have that. Uptown Girl. No, not that one. Okay, everybody. So going down the line here, just make sure you differentiate between the G and the G7. Kind of important sometimes. You know, G7's definitely, the 7th chords always have a place and a purpose, so we don't want to mix them up a lot of the time. So let me just get the track all ready to go. Don't play quite yet, ladies and gents. I'm going to slow that down just a little bit. Sounds like the beginning of Cupid, doesn't it? Let's see. Helen, the clocks have changed twice a year. Yep, the time changed. Catherine, nice to have you. Welcome. One of our newbies. Yeah, if you're new, make sure you introduce yourself to everybody. We are a friendly bunch here, ladies and gentlemen. We love new folks here. All right, let's do it. You'll have the intro. Bridge one time is marked as such, and then from top to bottom, no repeats or anything like that. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Channel our inner Sam Cooke. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one's a little slower first time. Give you a chance to get to know the song. Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about the science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geography. Got that right. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what a slide rule is for. But I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, What a wonderful world this would be. Now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. Well, maybe by being an A student, baby, I can win your love for me. Don't know much about history, don't know much biology, don't know much about a science book, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. La ta 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 ta, history, biology, ta 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 ta, science book, French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this could be. But I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Another tag, here we go. Wonderful world this would be. What a wonderful world this would be. Outro now. One, two, three, four. All right, from one of the great voices of all time, Mr. Sam Cooke. And Sam Cooke, little trivia for you, got his start back in the days with a gospel group called the Soul Stirrers. He's really one of the great voices of all times, I think, anyway. Sam Cooke, great live CD. It's in constant rotation on my iPhone. Rotation, like it's an actual disc. Great job, guys. Great job. All right, we're going to take it up just a little bit. Now, this is another one of these songs that would benefit from, and I talk about it almost every week, what we call the chuck. And I hope some of you went over to YouTube after last week when I talked about that and look at some of those instructional videos to getting that chuck down. Hear how that's nice and percussive. Now, when you're using a track like we do here, it's not really a necessity. But, if you're just playing a couple of folks, maybe you got a friend who plays some U-bass or something, or guitar, and you playing, it's nice to have some percussion. So, learning how to do that chuck is a good skill. It's a very good skill to have. Nice and easy for me to say, of course, because I've got a pick. I don't know, a lot of you noticed by now over the weeks that I use a pick. If anybody tries to shame you into saying you shouldn't use a pick on ukulele, you give them one of those, because it's all fair game, everybody, as long as you're having fun. My friends from Free Range, they know, as long as you're playing ukulele, nothing is wrong. Isn't that right? That's right. So let's do it again from the top, everybody. One more time. Let's get our soul on. Here we go. Bill's been chucking on all this week. Good for you, Bill. You've been chucking on bass? Bill usually plays bass with us, sort of in the privacy of his home, but on ukulele. It's definitely one of these things you gotta try, folks. You gotta try it. Here we go, from the top. 1, 2, a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like Cupid, right? There we go. Don't know much about history, don't know much biology, don't know much about a science book, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much geography, don't know much trigonometry, don't know much about algebra, don't know what a slide rule is for, but I do know 1 and 1 is 2, and if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this could be. Bridge now. Now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. Maybe by being an A student, baby, I can win your love for me. Don't know much about history, don't know much biology, Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this could be. La ta 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 ta, history. Ooh, biology. Ta 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 ta, science book. It's the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this could be. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this could be. What a wonderful world this could be. What a wonderful world this would be. Outro! 2, 3, 4. For the one and only Mr. Sam Cooke. Ta 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 ta, history. I get to that point in the song whenever I'm playing this, whether it's here, like performing it in another place, and I get down and I read it and I go, la ta 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 ta, history, ooh, biology, ta 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 ta. I think they just kind of ran out of things to say. They just kind of improvised on it, and they liked it so much they kept it. So that's just my theory. Take that for what it's worth. All right. Let's see. Somebody asked Karen. Karen asking in the comments, she says, what about a felt pick? Nothing wrong with a felt pick, as a matter of fact. If I can go into my toy chest here, I think I've got a couple that are sticking around. I use them now and then. To be truthful with you, as far as a felt pick goes, to me, they're very thick. I've got these kind of tiny ones. I don't know if you can even see that. I'll try to bring that up to the camera. And it's very thick to me, and I don't particularly like that. But I prefer a guitar pick, and I'm very excited because I found these. I had a stash of these that I didn't know they were. I prefer thin picks. This is a 46 nylon from Dunlop. This is a guitar player's pick. And I like it on an ukulele because it's get a nice little round sound. It's not too hard. It's not too soft. I really like it. Dave, do I not play the G string on strumming? I do. I play a low G. Maybe you're not hearing that cutting through. I play a low G on this ukulele. I play low G on almost all my ukuleles. So it may not sound like it's cutting through. But I definitely get up there. I get up there when I play that G string. So, picks are good. Go out and get a couple, experiment with them. It's a skill unto itself to play with a pick, but it enables you to do some things you may not necessarily be able to do when you're strumming, and vice versa. There are things you can do with your fingers you can't do with a pick. So I have them both at the ready at all times. All right, let's go to our next one. Our next one is just a little bit different, everybody. And this is a waltz. And if you're not familiar with the nomenclature, if you will, a waltz time is a 3/4 time. Normally, a lot of the stuff we do is what we call common time, or 4/4, 4 beats per measure. Waltz are in 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Everybody, I think, has heard or felt a waltz feel before. And we're going to use a nice simple one in the key of G called the Tennessee Waltz. By the Singing Rage Miss Patty Page. Of course, lots of people have done this, but I always put her name on these things because she had a great version of it. And here you got some Gs, you got some D7s, you got the G7 again, pretty much the same things we were dealing with before. Now we just have a B7. For those of you new to my play-alongs, there are, of course, a few different ways you can play a B7. I will almost always notate it in the first position, so to speak, or the open position, and I call it a stair-step chord, meaning that a nice way to remember it is to start with one finger on the bottom step. In this case, it's your index finger on the second fret of the second string. Then you just take each finger and you stair-step it up, 1 fret, 1 string, 1 fret, 1 string. You get yourself a nice B7. You can do it as a bar chord. You could do a B7 like that if you like, but it's a nice tonality right there. I like that. But the only thing is, and we talked about this last week as well, if you're doing these first position open chords where you have a combination of fretted strings and open strings, you have to make sure that you're not flattening your hand, so you want to let that string ring out, okay? Because that's the A. That's the 7th of the chord. That's giving you that kind of nice tension. So you want to make sure you let that ring out. Okay. That being said, let me just get a nice little relaxed tempo, and then I'll just talk about the strum in a moment. And we're going to slow it down just a bit. Right there, I think. I like that. Pardon me for a moment. Now, the strum on this, it's going to be a little different because the feel is different. It's in 3. Now, if you're just starting out and you're not really hip to different kinds of strums, if you just want to give me 1, 2, 3 downstrokes, that'll work. Especially because we've got that track and it's carrying all the business, so to speak. Now, for me, because I'm playing with a low G, I tend to do a sort of strike the 4th string and then on 1 and then 2 and 3 as a strum. So the beginning for me would be like a G, D7, and back to G, D7, and while I was dancing. Now that's kind of, I don't want to say easy for me, but it lends itself to that because I'm playing that low G. Let's see, what's Addie saying? It's reflecting. Yeah, the lights now, I'm using a ring light. That's why you get it off the glasses. That's okay. Sorry about that, but so you can see my beautiful visage, so to speak. So if you're not playing a low G, which I think most people are not these days, you can just give me, you can give me an accent on 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, or you can go back, you can go the other way, 1, 2, 3, dum, dum, dum. It's really up to you. If you're doing a fingerstyle kind of thing, you can even do 4th string, like a pluck and squeeze. We call them bum, bum, squeeze, squeeze, dum, dum. Kind of like that. It's really up to you. Should you be using low G or the other? Kathy, it's really up to you. It's a personal choice. The reason I use low G is because I still have a lot of my guitar tendencies, and when I play single lines, I like to have more range. If I'm coming down, I can play a line like that as opposed to, and then I run out of it because I'm going to a high G here, so I'd have to go in another direction. So I do it out of habit, and now all of my licks and most of the things that I play on ukulele now are sort of based off of low G. But it's up to you. A lot of people have them both, actually. A lot of people have 2 ukuleles, 1 high G, 1 low G. It's up to you. It's up to you. All right. Place of glasses. That's for non-glare glasses. Oh. Okay. Sure. I will try that. Okay, let's go from the top, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Even a little slower than that, I think. Here we go, from the top. And I have written out the choruses here because it's a fairly short song. And we're going to do a double chorus at the end, the outro, and then pow, we're done. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I happened to see. I introduced him to my darling, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. Here's the chorus. Well, I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz, 'cause I know just how much I've lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Now I wonder how a dance like the Tennessee waltz could have broken my heart so complete. Well, I couldn't blame my darling, and who could help but falling in love with my darling so sweet. Okay, here we go, 2 choruses now. Well, I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz, 'cause I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. One more time, chorus, here we go. Well, I remember the night and the I know just how much I've lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Here's the outro, everybody. D7 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Good job, everybody. All right. I hope you got a feel for that 3. You can definitely feel how different it is than 4, right, everybody? It's instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. We all waltzed at some point in our lives. So let's see. Robert, nice to see Arizona in the house. All right. There we go. Non-reflective lenses. Yes. I always thought I got the non-reflectives, but maybe I'm just too cheap to get them done. I think I just get the regular ones. Maybe I'll try repositioning the lights a little bit. All right, let's do it again, everybody. And this time, try to maybe, even if you've got that high G, try to just give me that fourth string pluck, maybe just to get a feel for it and see if you like that. Change up your strum a little bit there, and see how it is. Julie, yeah, the time change, everybody. Time change, I always getting to everybody. It's getting dark real soon. I remember I hated this time of year when I grew up outside of Boston. I used to hate this time of year because, it would get dark at 11 in the morning or something. You'd go to work. There would be some times when I had a job, I'd go to work. I had one restaurant job that I used to have to get up at, I think, about 6 in the morning to work in the kitchen, and I used to pull an all day and into the early evening. So there would be weeks where I wouldn't see the sunshine. I really don't like this time of year too much. Let's do it again, everybody. Let's do the Tennessee waltz one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee waltz when an old friend I happened to see. I introduced him to my darling, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. Here's the chorus. I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz, 'cause I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Now I wonder how a dance like the Tennessee waltz could have broken my heart so complete. Well, I couldn't blame my darling, and who could help but falling in love with my darling so sweet. Let's do it. 2 choruses, everybody. I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz, 'cause I know just how much I've lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Let's do it again. And I remember the night and the Tennessee waltz, 'cause I know just how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee waltz. Beautiful Tennessee waltz, everybody. Good job playing in 3. That is not easy, especially if you're not used to it. So good job. Good job. Just a couple of quick things before we get on to our next song. I know some of you probably, especially my first-timers, realize that our arrangements aren't exactly as you might remember from the recording. We like to mix it up here A lot of the times I leave out solos, and I'll kind of, if it's a very long song, I'll take a verse or two and maybe cut it out or add something if it's a very short song. So just so you know, you're not imagining things. These aren't exactly what you may think of when you see some of these arrangements. The next one is a perfect case in point, which is Mac the Knife, a fun song. And the reason this is not exactly the arrangement is because in the original, if you remember the Bobby Darin song or even Frank Sinatra, the thing modulates or changes keys pretty much every verse. And I've left that out because that would not be fun. Uncle Joe, how about Maui Waltz in the future? Oh, wow. You know what? Have we done Maui Waltz? Let me, I don't have my pad, but I'm going to make a mental note, Uncle. That's a great waltz to do. I'll get that in. We've pretty much got all the songs figured out for the next couple of sessions, but I'll get Maui Waltz in there. Let's see. Aloha, Lisa. Nice to see you. Let's see. All right, Julie. Aloha. I'm just looking. Just so you know, I look at the comments a lot of the time, see what's going on. All right. Here we go, everybody. Now, on this song, we've got. It's a fairly simple song. We've only got 5 chords, and the thing I want to point out. Look down at the not the bottom, but right above the C. You've got what we call a C6. And a C6 it's the look ma no hands chord, where you don't play anything and you just strum it. Now, some of you may be saying, hey, I know that chord. I know that chord is an A minor 6 chord. Well, yeah, they're the exact same chord. A lot of it has to do, some people say, why do you call this a C6? Why do you call it an A minor 6? Especially with the ukulele where you only have 4 strings and a lot of the time you're not implying what we call the root of the chord necessarily. Like, if you have a guitar, you make a nice full, 5 notes or 6 notes or whatever. A lot of the time what the bass is playing underneath the chord defines it. So if you're playing a C6 or this shape and the bass is playing a C in the root, then we call it a C6. If you're playing this and they're playing an A in the bass, A minor 6. So it's the same thing. So I wouldn't get too worked up on attaching a name to it or anything. And so this is a nice, simple, kind of swingy thing. If you want to do kind of a nice thumb kind of, you can do 4 bars. Just use your thumb. You get a nice little kind of 4 to the bar kind of thing. If you want to use the chuck, you can do it. It's all fair game as far as what you want to use. So let me get a tempo here. Just hold on a second, everybody. A little bit slower. A little slower. There we go. Yes, thank you, Debbie. Actually, A minor 7. Pardon me. Thank you very much. All right. So here we go. Let's see, Regina, I'm late, didn't realize we're starting at 5 tonight. Yeah, just remember, everybody, we got that time change. Here in Hawaii, we don't do our time changes, so I'm still starting at 1 p.m. on Hawaii time. So on the East Coast, that means it's 6, and then go backwards, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and such. So on the West Coast, it's 3 and all that good stuff. So remember that, everybody. We stay the same in Hawaii, but you guys are going to change an hour earlier. So here we go. From the top, everybody. And let's see, top to bottom, no changes, really nothing unusual. And the thing about this is one of these nice repetitive kind of songs where we're doing pretty much the same chord changes in the verse through the whole song. Same amount of beats and everything. The only thing that's different is, instead of a G7, when you get to that last verse, you're playing that C6. That's all. Here we go. Let's give it a go, everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Oh, the shop has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Mac Heath, babe, and he keeps it out of sight. Oh, the shark bites with his teeth, dear. Scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, oh, where's Mac Heath, babe? a trace of rain. Now on the sidewalk, Sunday morning lies a body just oozing life, and someone sneaking round the corner. Could that someone be McNight? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know? There's a cement bag just drooping on down. That cement's just, it's there for the weight, dear. 5 will get you 10. Old Mac is back in town. Louis Miller, he disappeared, babe, after drawing out all of his hard-earned cash. Now Mac, he'd spend just like a sailor. Could our boys done something rash? Now Jenny Diver, oh, yes, a guitar, oh, Miss Lottie Lenya, and old Lucy Brown. Oh, the line forms on the right, babe. Now that Mackie's back in town. Last verse, everybody. I said, Jenny Diver, oh, so guitar, look out for Miss Lottie Lenya and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line forms on the right, babe. Now that Mackie's back in town. Down to the tag. Well, the line forms on the right, babe. You know that Mackie's, he's back in town. All right. So there you go. It's kind of like a nice little light swing kind of thing, nice and repetitive. And you can add that into your ukulele club's repertoire if you'd like, or into your own. And I think people really dig that. And eventually you want to get a little more advanced. You want to work in some of those modulations and key changes. You could do that as well, but it's a nice kind of thing there. If, by the way, you don't want to play the C6, if you just want to keep it C, you can use a C2. It's going to be about close enough to the same thing that it'll get the job done. Yeah, Shelly, I've got you down. I've got you down for that, Shelly. I was going to address that in a little bit. We're just doing the pre-orders right now, everybody, for the play-along CD. We're just letting, I'm starting to get the spreadsheet down on who's interested. So I've got you down for that, Shelly. No worries. And when we're all set for payment and all that stuff, I'll send out information about that to everybody, and I'll post it up on the page. All right. So let's do it again. A little bit quicker, so, you know, again, you know, you can do a couple things. You can do the chuck. That's kind of a nice little thing on the 2 and 4, since it's kind of like a swing on the 2 and 4. You could just, as I was saying, just give me that thumb, nice round tone. I mean, you can just do a bunch of things with this. You can do some plucking. It's really up to you. So give it a go. Experiment with it. Have a little bit of fun on this time. Here we go. That's funny, Catherine. Catherine says C6 is worth looking forward to. The look ma no hands one. All right. Lisa, my swing is broken. You guys are funny. Okay, let's go from the top, everybody. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the shotgun babe has such teeth, and it shows them pearly whites. Just a jackknife as as old Mac Heath, babe, and he keeps it all out of sight. When the shark bites with his teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves on wears old Mac Heath, baby, so that never a trace of rain. Down on the sidewalk Sunday morning lies a body just oozing life. Someone sneaking around the corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? Oh, there's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know? There's cement bags just a-drooping on down. That cement is there for the weight, dear. 5 will get you 10. Old Mac is back in town. Louis Miller, he disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. Now Mac he'd spent just like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something rash? Now Jenny Diver, oh, Sookie Tawdry, oh, Miss Lottie Lanyard, and old Lucy Brown. Oh, the line forms on the right, babe. Now that Mackies are back in town, I said, Jenny Diver, Sookie Tawdry, look out for Miss Lottie Lanyard and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that line falls on the right, babe. Now that Mackie's back in town, well, the line falls on the right, babe. You know that Mackie's, he's back in town. Good swinging, everybody. We're swanging. Okay. So let's get on to our next one. And while we're doing that, everybody, just a couple of bits of business to attend to while we're talking. First up, I want to remind you that you are here for the Tiki Dave Ukuleleville Play-Along Party number 30. Glad that you are here. We do this each and every Friday, 1 o'clock Hawaii time. So your time may vary. So make sure that whenever you see that event listing go up, you make sure you figure out the time, okay? Because we did have that time change last week. So every Friday we get together and do this, and tomorrow's when we do our Saturday Zoom sessions. That we start at 11 a.m. Hawaii time, so, East Coast would be, I believe, what is that going to make it, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you do have to pre-register for that. And the reason for that is security. First time we did it on Zoom, we had a little bit of an issue with somebody coming in who shouldn't have been there. So just to make sure everybody is safe and secure, we do a pre-registration for that. So if you are interested in coming to the Zoom, you haven't registered, make sure you go to the events page or the events listings on the Tiki Dave Facebook page. It'll let you know what's going on each and every week, what's happening. Click on the link, and it will give you the information on how to register over for Zoom, and it'll also get you over to the Dropbox for the music for tomorrow. We sort of treat that as a greatest hits kind of thing. So we go back into the archives, and we do about maybe 6 or 7 songs every week, have a little bit of fun, answer some questions, do a little socializing. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you register for that. And that's tomorrow. And then Sunday, I do my music performances. It's called Shaka Shack Sunday Chill Edition. Nice way to finish up the week. That also being said, this song that we're going to do here, Aloha Friday, introduced it last night. Introduced it last night at my friend's Ukulele Society of America. Quick note about that. Folks love to play ukulele these days, and I love it. I encourage everybody to play as much as you can. You know, every week I'm usually about maybe 5, 6, 7 different meetups, different clubs. So if you are participating today and you happen to be part of an ukulele club, whether you lead one or you're a member of one, feel free in the comments to put the link to your club and to your events, as long as it doesn't interfere with our Fridays or our Saturdays. That's fantastic. So I encourage everybody, go play with some other groups, meet some other people, and have some fun. Ukulele is a fun thing to do, everybody, so make sure that you get in. So if you are with one of those groups, if Elliot's here, if John Sturman is here, if Ann Koo is here, make sure you put into the chat some links so you can come and play with those fine folks. Let's see. Linda saying, I broke my hand. I have limited mobility. A minor, C7, and C chords for me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. Yep. So whenever those pop up, play them. Play them if you can, and get healed real quick and play everything else with us. So let me cue this up and talk a little bit about this song, because I think out of all the songs we're doing today, this might be one that you don't know. And the other thing is, I also suggest if there's a song you don't know, and I put up the songs usually about 5, 6 days ahead of the session, sometimes even a whole week, go to YouTube and look them up and see if you can't find versions of this. This is a fun local song. I thought you guys might enjoy this. And this is by a gentleman, Kimo Kahuanu. Kimo is a big personality on the island of Oahu here in Hawaii. He's a radio DJ. He dances hula a little bit. He sings. And this is a big, big hit for him years ago. And Aloha Friday, since it's Friday, it's kind of appropriate. Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. And Aloha Friday is here when people go to work and they dress kind of in their Aloha shirts and kind of a little bit more casual. It's like a casual Friday, but it's Aloha Friday. So that's what we're doing here. So Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. And there's kind of some local words and phrases in here. And if you'd like at some point, I can kind of translate for you. If there's a word that you'd like to know and it pops up in here, let me know. It's a nice kind of countryish feel to it. We're in the key of G, so G, C, D7, G7. And it's real nice and simple. So let me see. Oh, there you go. All right. There you go, Cala Rose. Beautiful. Oh, and mahalo for Diane for putting up the link to the PayPal. We'll talk about that a little bit later. I want to do some playing first. Don't play quite yet, everybody. I'm just going to cue this up here. Can you hear that right there? That's the feel, and I'm going to slow that down. Even though it's a nice, simple song. And just to give you a feel for it, this is the intro. Talk you through it. Kind of this tempo that we're going at. It goes G, D7, there, and back to G, and D7 into the song, which strangely enough starts with the chorus. So, just follow along. First time, you may not be thoroughly familiar with it, but I think you'll really gonna like this one. This is a fun one, and I popped this. I popped this out on the folks from Ukulele Society of America last night. Mr. Elliott, I think he liked this, so I'm gonna make this a regular part of the rotation over there. Here we go. Oh, Mary, mahalo. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, we try to accommodate as many people as we can. That's one of the things. Sometimes I mention it here is we have people who are absolute beginners. We have people who are very experienced players. So try to kind of bridge the gap to everybody. And I always hope by getting the music to people a little bit earlier before the session, you may have some time to practice it if you'd like. But we try to keep it kind of right in the middle if we can, except for Stars Fell on Alabama, which is kind of our running joke around here. Here we go from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the chorus. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Dooby-doo, ba-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Dooby-doo, ba-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. And here's where I sit all cloudy and blitzed with my primo bottle lying everywhere. Got a guitar in my hand and a Western oil can under my okole for a chair. Here's the chorus again. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A doo-be-doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. And my cousins all here, they're drinking up my beer. I got cakey running everywhere. Got some poke on the side while Mama's trying to hide the Miller and the Heineken beer. Here's the chorus now. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. You guys got it by now. A doo-be-doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A doo-be-doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. And Kimo and the crew, they're sucking up the brew. Pulehu meat smoking on the side. All the surfers are dropping and high school kids are popping down Kalakaua for a ride. And the chorus, it's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A doo-be-doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Here we go. A doo-be-doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. All right, we're on the bottom. Doo-be-doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. One more. A doo-be-doo, be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Aloha Friday. And it is. And, you know, it's funny around here, over on Oahu, not really on the Big Island where I am, but they play this. This is, you know, Friday night on quitting time on Friday. They'll play this song. Everybody sings along. Everybody knows it. So just a couple of quick things if you're interested. As we go down the song, Aloha Friday, we talked about, here's where I sit all cloudy and blitzed. My Primo bottle. Primo used to be a beer. It's still brewed here, but back in the day, very popular in Hawaii. I got a guitar in my hand, a Wesson oil can under my okole. My okole is my backside, using that Wesson oil can for a chair. Let's see. Cousins all here drinking up my beer. Got keiki. Keiki are the kids. Got keiki running everywhere. Got some poke. Poke is our kind of raw fish cubed up. We eat it a lot here. Mama's trying to hide the Miller and the Heineken beer. Heineken beer, without a doubt, the most popular beer here in Hawaii. The green bottles. Everybody drinks it around here. And the last one, Kimo and the crew. Kimo Kahuano, and pulehu meat smoking on the side. Pulehu is to kind of barbecue or to cook out. So this is, you know, you're cooking up the meat, smoking on the side. Surfers dropping. High school kids are popping down Kalakaua. Kalakaua is the street that runs down into Waikiki. So just a little bit for you right there. Excuse me while I take a sip here. I'm a little parched. And let's do it again. And let me hear y'all sing the doobie-doo parts from home. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A doo-be-doo, ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. Yeah. A doo-be-doo, ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And here's where it's sit all cloudy and blitzed. My Primo bottle's lying everywhere. Got a guitar in my hand and a Wesson oil can under my okole for a chair. Oh yeah, it's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A doo-be-doo, ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A doo-be-doo, ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. And my cousins all are here, they're drinking up my beer. I got cakey running everywhere. Got some poke on the side while Mama's trying to hide Miller and the Heineken beer. Oh yeah, it's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A dooby-doo, a dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A dooby-doo, a dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Oh yeah, and Kimo and the crew, they're sucking up the brew. Poleo meat smoking on the side. All the surfers are dropping and high school kids are popping down Kalakaua for a ride. Ah yeah, it's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. A dooby-doo, a dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. It's Aloha Friday, no work till Monday. For those of you retired, not at all. Dooby-doo, ba-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Two more times in the tag, here we go. And dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. One more. Dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for Kimo on a Friday. It's Aloha Friday anywhere you are, everybody. It is Aloha Friday here in Ukuleleville. Good job. All right, let's get to our next one, shall we, everybody? And do a little CCR. You know, for some reason, there are some groups and some music that just sits nicely on ukulele, and CCR tends to be one of those groups. I don't think I know any CCR song that doesn't sound good on ukulele. Just tuning up here for a second. Pardon me, everybody. I have to get one of these out. I always have to have one of these lozenges around. It's weird because, you know, when I'm working on the ship and I'm singing, 2 hours, 3 hours a night, every night, my voice just is no problem, and I can, it's like a tank. But when I only do 1, 2 of these things a week, it's weird. My voice gets a little rusty. So hopefully we'll be sailing soon, so I'll be able to do that. Carolyn, yes, I think it is on one of them. I think Aloha Friday is on one of our CDs. I can't remember which one. We've done so many, I can't remember, but yeah, it is. All right, so again, Kia C, everybody. And again, one of these ones that doesn't really stick to the exact arrangement, but that's okay. You never have to stick to the exact arrangement. And this one is just a little bit different feel. No, not Kimo Hussey. Kimo Hussey is an amazing ukulele player, for those of you who don't know. He's a fabulous ukulele player. No, Kimo Kahuano, who's a local personality. As a matter of fact, Kimo is one of those who's responsible for our local version of the Grammys called the Nahoku Hanu Hanu Awards. He's responsible for that along with Skylark, the late, great Skylark. All right, so C's, A minors, F, G's, and you got, your D minor right there in the middle. You see in the bold face just to make it stand out a little bit more. Let's try it, everybody. Let me get a nice relaxed tempo on this one. Don't play it quite yet. As you see, A minor. I'm just going to bring it down a couple of notches, not too many. And let's just give it a shot over. Let's dive right in. I always love some CCR, except I always have to do it in different keys. John Fogerty had this voice that's, I can't ever do anything CCR in the original key. He had kind of a very high voice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, C. One more time, that's C. Here we go. As long as I remember, the rain's been coming down. Clouds of mist are pouring, confusion on the ground. Good men through the ages trying to find the sun, and I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain. 8 beats on that C. Here we go. I went down Virginia, seeking shelter from the storm. Caught up in the fable, I watched the tower grow. 5-year plans and new deals, wrapped in golden chains. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? Alright, here's that bold part. Just follow the chords. We go D minor, C, and G. Do it again. D minor, C, and G, and back to C. You got it. Good. Heard the singers playing, how we cheered for more. Crowd had rushed together and trying to keep warm. Still the rain kept falling, falling on my ears. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? And then I'm just gonna repeat that first verse. As long as I remember, the rain's been coming down. Clouds of mist are pouring, confusion on the ground. Good men through the ages, trying to find the sun. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? Let's do the outro, just like we did the instrumental voice. Here we go. And D minor, C, and G. Do it again. D minor, C, G, and back to C. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. All right. Always good to have some CCR on the lineup. Can't ever have enough. So we're going to do it again. Just take it up a couple of ticks. This is another one of those where, you know, if you're doing this at home and you're not having the track behind you, here's that chuck again. That chuck is going to be one of your best friends if you learn how to do it. So definitely get that under your belt. I just looked at the counter. 142 unique viewers. Mahalo, guys. You're fantastic. Thanks for coming out. I always like to say, do a share on this one, everybody. You know, as you're watching this, underneath you can hit a share and you can tell your friends what you're doing and playing along, especially all my ukulele friends out there who may not have joined us. You know, if you've got some friends in your group or you know who play ukulele or anything, just let them know about it. Every Friday we have ourselves a good time. I hope my first-timers are having a good time. My first-timers, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying yourselves, okay? I hope you are. I hope we're going at a nice pace for you and that you're enjoying the songs. Always like to choose some nice, interesting songs, some that are kind of obvious, not so obvious. We've got a couple of those coming up. Let's do this again. Here we go, from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. A little faster, but, you know, you guys got it. Here we go. As long as I remember, the rain's been coming down. Clouds of mist are pouring, confusion on the ground. Good men through the ages, trying to find the sun. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? I went down Virginia, seeking shelter from the storm. Caught up in the fable, I will watch the tower grow. 5-year plans and new deals, wrapped in golden chains. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? All right, here's our little interlude now. We go. Heard the singers playing, how we cheered for more. crowded rushed together, trying to keep warm. Still the rain kept pouring, falling on my ears. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? Long as I remember, the rain's been coming down. Clouds of mist are pouring, and confusion on the ground. Good men through the ages, trying to find a sun. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain? Let's do the outro, everybody. Here we go. Great job, guys. Great job. All right. Who'll stop the rain? Well, here in Hilo, it almost never stops, so that's kind of a superfluous question. All right. We're going to do something a little different. As I mentioned, sometimes try to throw in a song that you don't necessarily hear a lot of the times in the ukulele get-togethers or in the groups, and this is one of them. This has been one of my all-time favorite songs, and this was made popular by, as you can see, a lady named Bonnie Tyler, who's a singer still around, from Wales. She's from Wales originally, and her big song, most of you would know, well, there's a couple. Holding Out for a Hero was in the 80s. The 80s were her big time. Hold Out for a Hero, Total Eclipse of the Heart was hers as well. But for me, this is my favorite. And as a matter of fact, I used to date, years ago, her cousin, who I met on the cruise ships, and her cousin, again, this is like a kind of a couple of steps away, but Bonnie Tyler was one of her cousins, and another one of her cousins was Catherine Zeta-Jones, or Zeta, or however you say it. So I just love this song, and it's a nice, simple one, and it's one of these, again, that you can put these into your repertoire for your ukulele groups, and it's one of those songs that once you bust it up, you'll, I remember that song, and those are my favorite kinds of songs. So that's okay, Stu. No problem. The time change is getting everybody. Don't worry about it. You're not the only one, my friend. You are not the only one. While we're at it, before we start this, I want to, as I always do, thank these folks. I'm pointing up above my head. You can see the Ukulele site, a wonderful online store. They're sort of, I don't know if they're sponsors. I don't want to use the sponsors, but they're friends of the Ukuleleville Play Along parties. And I was just in touch with Corey, who runs the place along with Calais. And I think within the week we're going to have our Tiki Dave promo, which is discounts on items online. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But they're great folks, and they send me stuff to try out, this ukulele and things like that, just to kind of test drive, so to speak. So if you're ever in need of something, new instruments or anything like that, check them out. The ukulele site, our friends over there. All right, so let me just get the track all queued up. And again, don't play quite yet, everybody. And nice and just right. Oh, that's a nice tempo right there. I like that. That's a good one. Nice and relaxed. And again, nothing too difficult. Hey, by the way, there's that E minor. We haven't done E minor yet today, and I know a lot of you know these chords, backwards and forwards. But if you recognize the shape of the E minor, it's sort of like the B7. Remember that from the beginning of the session? And you have the same form, and you bring it down one set of strings. So you got B7, and then that E minor. Just keep your hands the same. You can do an E minor with a bar chord, and normally I will do that one. But for my folks who are kind of beginners, intermediates, and such, I usually suggest that one right there. So let's go for it, everybody. We got our intro. I've written out the bridge, so we don't have to worry about repeating anything. We're good to go. So here we go from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And surprise, surprise, you can use the chuck on this one if you want. That works nicely. Also the island strum, believe it or not. Here we go. It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Hits you when it's too late, hits you when you're down. It's a fool's game, Nothing but a fool's game, standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown. It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Love until your arms break, then he lets you down. It ain't right with love to share when you find it doesn't care for you. It ain't wise to need someone as much as I depended on you. It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Hits you when it's too late, hits you when you're down. It's a fool's game, nothing but a fool's game. Standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown. Here's a bridge again. It ain't right with love to share when you find that it doesn't care for you. It ain't wise to need someone as much as I depended on you. It's a heartache. Last verse now. Nothing but a heartache. Hit you when it's too late, hits you when you're down. It's a fool's game, nothing but a fool's game. Standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown. And the bottom, E minor, just like the intro, same kind of idea. C and then G and end on C. It's a heartache, I'm telling you. Good job, everybody. We're going to take that up a couple of ticks and do it again. Yeah, that's a nice one. I really like that one. If you get a couple of ukuleles, maybe a guitar playing along with you and a bass, oh man, that thing's going to spring to life. That's going to be beautiful. Let's see. Peg's asking, has anybody been successful in writing a princess to bid for Tiki, Dave, and Layla how to be reinstated? Well, quick thing about that, Peggy. It's not that we haven't been reinstated. It's just nobody's sailing, and right now there's nothing on the books. I mean, they have the 2021 Hawaii season, but if I recall, they just had that CDC ruling that just came out that I think is limiting cruise ships to 7-day trips or shorter. So I don't even know how that would impact on Hawaii trips. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing something in 2021 to 22 and you want to ask Princess for Lealoha and myself to be on there, feel free. Feel free. Absolutely. We'd love to do as many as we can. We'd love to see you guys out there. Love to do some ukulele with all of you and hula and all the lei making and all that good stuff. So, all right. Let's do it again, everybody. Pardon me. It's nothing fun in here, by the way, just so you guys know. Nothing fun. Look at that. Oh, we got 155. You know what I think? I think the time change has got to everybody. We're starting an hour earlier, so now we're getting all the people who normally would be coming. So I think the hour change, because this is about where we are normally, about 155, 160 around there. Ah, isn't that sweet, Terry? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're hoping there, Carolyn. But again, that CDC thing is, if I read it correctly, and I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, so maybe I didn't read it correctly. But I think I read that they're not going to want anybody to do anything longer than 7 days for a little while. So, anyways, but we're hoping. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything. Here we go. Let's go from the top. Let's do it again. It's a heartache. Then we've got a couple more songs. Then we'll do all that good stuff. We'll do a little info session. Don't forget, everybody, Zoom tomorrow, but we'll talk about that later. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. it's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Hits you when it's too late, hits you when you're down. It's a fool's game, nothing but a fool's game. Standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown. It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Loving till your arms break, then it let you down. It ain't right with love to shake when you find it doesn't care for you. It ain't wise to need someone as much as I depended on you. Oh, it's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Hate you when it's too late, hate you when you're down. It's a fool's game, nothing but a fool's game. Standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown. It ain't right with love to shake when you find it doesn't care for you. It ain't wise to need someone as much as I depended on you. Oh, it's a heartache, nothing but a heartache. Hate you when it's too late, hate you when you're down. Oh, it's a fool's game, nothing but a fool's game. Standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown. Down the bottom now, everybody. Miss Bonnie Tyler from Wales. Some people are from people. She's from Wales. It's an old bad joke we used to use on the ships. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of Buddy Holly or Linda Ronstadt via Buddy Holly, I should say. And nice old song called It's So Easy. This is kind of like I always think of this as a Chuck Berry kind of feel to it. You'll hear it in a second. And we're back in the key of C. Everybody C's, G's, F's, and the D7. Very, very common chords in this kind of 50s-ish kind of song. Everything pretty much, not everything, but a lot of the time in these rock and roll, they stay within what we call 1, 4, 5 chords, and sometimes you throw in what we call major 2, which is that D7. So and you don't even have to know what I'm talking about. You'll hear it because, when we play this, you'll hear all of these things from all the other songs that you know. So it's all about the ears, everybody. Let's see. Oh, isn't that nice? Barry says we won't sail without us. Oh, isn't that nice? Patty, yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry you're late, but that's a good thing. Don't forget, everybody, that if you were a little late, if you missed the beginning, I take all of these sessions and I'm going to put them up a little bit later tonight over on the YouTube channel. For those of you who haven't been over to my YouTube channel, just look up Tiki Dave, and it's got every single session we've done. And a neat little feature of YouTube is they have it where you can play it like 3/4 speed, half speed. You can slow it down. You can just keep repeating stuff if you want. It's a really nice little feature. So usually when we're done, I'll get those up by tonight. Latest tomorrow morning. That way you can do some practicing with it. All right. And lastly, the songs for next week. I don't want to wish today away. We still got plenty of playing left. But those will be put up either tomorrow or Sunday after my Tiki Dave Shaka Shack edition. So just keep an eye out for that. Okay, so let me get this track here. Let me let you hear it. And this is going to be, see, that's the G, F, and it's the intro. It's 2 beats on each. So they come a little bit quick, but I think you can do it. We're not going to slow it down that much. So, oh, and absolutely. I'm frozen? Kathy says I'm frozen? I don't think so. I'm looking at, I've got two monitors here, and I'm still bopping around like an idiot, so I don't think I'm frozen. Okay, I'm sorry if that's yours. I'm sorry, Kathy. Sometimes, but I don't think we're frozen on my end. Let's see. What does Kathy say? Well, Kathy says I'm frozen. Oh, it's my pleasure, Wendy. Oh, my pleasure. And we won't sail without us either, right, Dave? Well, I'd love to have you, but hey, if they say, Dave, you guys want to go, I'm tired of not working. It's been we've been home now. We thought about that. We've been home for I think 8 months now. 8 months straight. We haven't been off the island, which is a new record. All right. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's start it up, everybody. Here we go. Just remember, these are kind of most things in the verses here are two beats. So like it's so to F and G. C, F, and G to C. Pretty much everything with the verses is 2 beats each, everybody. Okay, just to give you a heads up. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're taking the first time nice and slow, nice and relaxed. And it's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. People tell me love's for fools, but here I go, breaking all the rules. It seems so easy, so doggone easy. It's so easy. Here's where your D7 comes in. Where you're concerned, my heart is learning. It's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. Look into your heart and see what your love set apart for me. Seems so easy, so doggone easy. Oh yeah, it seems so easy. Where you're concerned, my heart has learned, yeah, it's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. It seems so easy. Seems so easy, seems so easy, so doggone easy, doggone easy. Oh yeah, it's so easy. Where you're concerned, my heart has learned. Oh, it's so easy to fall in love. 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 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there you go. Kind of a short one, but we like that one. Now, just a couple of quick things. I know I'm running a little bit long, but I hope I'm not going anywhere. I've still got some. I don't really have no place to go, so I hope you can stick around for an additional few minutes while I show you a couple of things on this song. I use that term Chuck Berry rhythm, and a lot of people know it from down New Orleans, that kind of thing. So let me just show you something you can do. And this is sort of more of an intermediate thing, but it'll give you something to work on maybe for a week or so until I see you again. So look into that. People tell me love's for fools, so here's I go breaking all the rules. It seems so easy, seems so easy, seems so easy, doggone easy. If you have an F, try this. Take that. C9 is 9 beats for that, Bob. I'm sorry, I should have had a hyphen in that. It's not a C9th chord. This is one of my older charts, so I should have changed that. My apologies. It means C for 9 beats. Okay, so if you have an F like here, do you guys know D minor? I think you do. We've done it before. Now, if you wanted like a Chuck Berry sort of rhythm kind of thing with this, you start with the F and you do 1, 2, 1, 2. you take that third finger and you're just kind of making a D minor out of it nice and quick. So you're going F to D minor. But you're kind of leaving the F down and you're quickly making the D minor and then lifting up that ring finger. So it sounds something like this. Can you hear that? Kind of gives it a little bit of movement, yeah? So that's what that. And then if you got a C, you can do the same thing. Take your middle finger and get down there like you would make an A minor, right? And you just want to do in that rhythm. So, when you're going back and practicing this on YouTube, everybody, try that. Rewind this part, work on that a little bit. It gives it a little bit more movement. So, aloha, Lynn. Oh, everybody, Lynn Rader is here. Lynn Rader, I love how your range and timbre have developed. Oh, mahalo, Lynn. Lynn and I worked together on a wonderful cruise ship back in the 90s, mid-90s, early 90s, called the Royal Majesty. She's a fabulously talented vocalist and pianist. So nice to have you here, Lynn. Aloha. Aloha. Isn't that nice? Well, my range and timbre have developed. Yes, it's a little bit different. Actually, I'm getting to the downside of where I am now, so my range is kind of I haven't worked really steadily in 8 months, so it's kind of contracted a little bit, but normally it's a little bit better. But mahalo, thank you. All right, let's do it again, everybody. Here we go, from the top. Then we've got one more. That's our traditional closing song, and then we're going to just kind of wrap it up, but don't go anywhere, everybody. Still lots to talk about, lots to do. Here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. People tell me love's for fools. Here I go, breaking all the rules. Seems so easy, oh, so doggone easy. Oh, yeah, it seems so easy. Where you're concerned, my heart has learned. Yeah, it's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. Look into your heart and see what your love will cast apart from me. It seems so easy, it seems so easy. Easy seems so easy, so doggone easy. Easy, doggone easy, oh yeah. Seems so easy, seems so easy, seems so easy, oh yeah. You're concerned, my heart has learned, yeah. It's so easy to fall in love. It's so easy to fall in love. Seems so easy, seems so easy, seems so easy, seems so easy, easy. Easy, doggone easy, yeah, it's so easy, seems so easy. Ah, yeah, where you're concerned, my heart has learned, yeah. It's so easy to fall in love. 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 Oh yeah, and the big rock star ending there on It's So Easy. Always great to have a little bit of that in the mix. Some Buddy Holly, some Linda Ronstadt. And ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our final song. It's our traditional closing song. And let me just explain a little bit about this song and I do this every time for my newbies. This is not a really well-known Jimmy Buffett song, but it's one I've been doing for years and years and years. And the reason that I chose this as our traditional closing song is the majority of folks, when I started doing this back in April, were folks who I had taught ukulele to on the cruise ships. That's normally where my wife and I work for usually about maybe 8-9 months out of the year. We work on cruise ships, and I teach ukulele on some of them. So the majority of people who tuned in the first time, maybe the second time, and we kind of built it from there, were from the ship. So we found this song. We thought, oh, this would be a nice song because we had these lovely memories of all of our lovely cruises together, and we'll have more in the future when we go back to sailing. So that's why we do this one. And it's nice and simple. This is one we only do once. So if you want to... aloha, Ann. Ann Cruz here. Hey, Ann, don't forget to put your link in there for the Thursdays. Ann is a wonderful instructor, and she leads her own play-alongs, and she does a really good session. So, Ann, make sure you put your link in there. So as I was saying, we only do this one once, and so you'll have to keep coming back if you want to do it a few times. But it's a wonderful, wonderful song, nice and easy. And we get down to the middle. I do a little bit of a solo, and yeah, no. And Carolyn says no bar chords, no B flats or anything like that. So that's it. So do stick around, everybody, because I do have some information to impart once we are done. So don't go anywhere once we're done, and then we'll say a little goodbye once that's over. But I do have some information to impart. So here we go, everybody. From the very top, our traditional closing song, a little Jimmy Buffett, or as some people are wont to say, Jimmy Buffet. So here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Drink it up. This one's for you. That's all of you. It's been a lovely cruise. Sorry it's ended. It's sad but it's true, honey. It's been a lovely cruise and a great session again. These moments we're left with, may you always remember. These moments are shared by few. There's wind in our hair, and there's water in our shoes. Yeah. It's been a lovely cruise. All right, now play that solo chords, everybody. These moments we're left with, may you always remember. These moments are shared by few. And those harbor lights, well, they're coming into view, yeah. We'll say our farewells, much too soon. So drink it up. This one's for you, yeah. It's been a lovely cruise, and will be again. It's been a lovely cruise. It's been a lovely cruise. And musically, that's how we close it out, everybody, here today at Ukuleleville Play-Along Session and Play-Along Party number 30. My goodness, number 30, the big 31 coming up. We're coming up to Larry Bird territory, but that's another story for those of you from Boston. So let me just put this down as just run over a couple of things before we say goodbye to each other, everybody. First of all, mahalo for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourself, especially for my first-timers. I hope that you guys really had a good time, and I hope you maybe got something out of the session today. So thanks for checking in. And just remember those time changes, everybody. I don't change my time here in Hawaii, but I know you did. Again, we want to offer some thanks to our folks and our friends over at the ukulele site. Thank you for your consideration. Also, down below me, you're going to see a little bit of of information over here. I can never get this right. Over there we go. I'm pointing down to the Instagram and to the Twitter. If you want to follow me, I post up there sometimes, have a little bit of fun, so make sure you follow me on there. And then over on this side, if you'd like to make a virtual donation to the virtual tip jar, not a virtual donation, a donation to the virtual tip jar, that's the information down there. It's also in the description, PayPal and also Venmo. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated, especially in these times. So mahalo for those of you who've been doing that throughout the hour and a half together. I've been getting notifications, so mahalo, and thank you for those of you who've sent other things as well. So mahalo for that. So let's do a little bit of talking about where we're going. Well, not today, but tomorrow. I hope to see a lot of you at Zoom. We have our Zoom session. That's going to be tomorrow, 11 o'clock my time. So make sure you register. You can't get in without registering for security reasons, but just make sure you go to the events section over at the Tiki Dave Facebook page, which you should give a like to, and it'll get you over there. It'll also get you the music in the Dropbox. The link will be there for you. So that starts tomorrow, 11 o'clock my time, so I hope to see you there. It's a little more casual than this, if that's possible, to be more casual than this, and we can see each other and interact and answer questions and all that good stuff. Sunday is Music Performance Day, and that's called the Shaka Shack, the Sunday Chill Edition. So you'll see me. I haven't figured out whether I'll play guitar or ukulele yet. Maybe I'll play both. Maybe even I'll bring in some steel guitar this time. Who knows? But do join me for that. That's 1 o'clock my time, and that's just kind of a nice way musically to finish out the weekend. So it's all there on the Tiki Dave page, everybody. So that being said, if you ever need to get a hold of me, drop me a message right there on the Tiki Dave Facebook page. Also, my email is tikidavemusic@gmail.com. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. I will be putting up information in the coming week about actual ordering for the play-along CDs, both Volume 2 and Volume 1. I know a lot of people were asking about Volume 1 as well, and I did a run of those as well, so those will be available in limited edition, but I will let you know about that in the coming days. And everybody who wrote me a note, I've got you on the list, so I've got the spreadsheet already started for those of you who expressed interest, so you are good to go. Now, that being said, I want you all to have a wonderful weekend. I hope to see you tomorrow or Sunday, but if I don't, please have yourselves a wonderful, safe weekend. Please make sure that you wear your mask, stay distant, and as I always like to say in these things, please take care of each other. Malama. Malama each other. Take care of each other in this craziness. It's the only way we're going to get through this together, everybody, until we see each other in person and all that good stuff. So be nice to each other. Be kind. Be pono. Be proper. Live aloha. That's what we like to say. So again, thanks for coming on in, everybody. I think, I always leave this up. I leave the live feed on for about 5 minutes or so you can all say goodbye to each other. So I will do that. I'll put on a little bit more of that wonderful music you seem to like at the beginning from my friends in Meshuggah Beach Party. And again, thanks for joining me. Mahalo also, as I said earlier, for all of the virtual tips into the jar. Always appreciated. And just play your ukulele, everybody. Have some fun. And make sure you put up your link there for your play-alongs. I think she did. And anybody else who's got some things to share ukulele-wise, always feel free to put that in the comments. On behalf of everybody here at Ukuleleville, Shaka Shack, Hale Oelua, as we like to call it, Lei Aloha and myself, have yourselves a wonderful Friday evening, everybody. I'm Tiki Dave. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much from my heart to yours. Have yourselves a wonderful night. And, let's head to the beach one time. Have yourselves a good one, everybody. See you tomorrow, I hope, for Zoom or Sunday. Aloha.